Hey, what's happening, everybody? I'm Jeff Moore, published author, professional trader for 16 years, and this is The Ripple Effect. All right, everybody. Hey, welcome back to the show. Really appreciate it. Today, we're going to be watching another video from the Bearable Bull. Now, I have not watched this video, but it's trending right now. And I think he has in the title something about, obviously, XRP is getting extreme adoption, but I think he has something about Gary Gensler getting fired. This should be interesting, right? Now, we're not going to go ahead. We're not going to look at the XRP chart right now. I'm starting a brand new show, XRP Verse. So we'll be doing that soon enough. But let's go ahead and get into this video from the Bearable Bull.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As ladies and gentlemen, Brad Garlinghouse continues to cement himself as the best CEO in crypto. Brad Garlinghouse got a article written about him on CoinDesk nonetheless.
Yeah, first of all, we know Brad Garlinghouse is the best. Comeback king, right? SEC gets their butt whooped, right? Victorious. Yes, Brad Garlinghouse, you are awesome. Look at that. That is funny.
The Maxis finally gave him some credit, and he's been named 2023's comeback king with XRP's win over the SEC. But guys, what's so beautiful is that they gave the XRP army credit. They finally gave us credit. It feels amazing for the main.
Whoa. CoinDesk giving us credit? Said he couldn't have did this without the XRP army. Well, first of all, you guys know the moment the SEC dropped that lawsuit, everybody in our community went to work, right? Uncovered ETHgate, found the corruption in the tired, worthless joke of an SEC. So that's awesome that CoinDesk, who maxi to the highest of maxis, coming out, giving us credit because they've been dogging us.
Mainstream headlines to read something favorable for XRP. And I believe it's very possible that over the coming months, there's going to be a complete 180 narrative shift from bashing XRP to promoting it and speaking about it in a positive light. I do think the higher the prices go, the more positive news we're going to get from XRP. And I also think that no other crypto on the planet is going to experience more euphoria than XRP this bull cycle. I believe this to be true for a number of reasons. And a big one of those is because of Bitcoin. Bitcoin having these institutional products on the way is a very special thing. And ladies,
and the only thing that we got to watch out on this ETF, I've been seeing a lot about, I think it was BlackRock, and the language that the SEC is using inside of the documents when it comes to the prospectus of the ETF. They're talking about how Bitcoin, if it comes back later to be listed as a security, then basically all bets are off. So imagine putting your life savings, going down to Edwards and Jones, putting your life savings into the Bitcoin ETF, and then next thing you know, SEC deems Bitcoin a security. They have to shut the fund down, and you lose all your money because it's liquidated at the price. So again, the Bitcoin, all this, we don't know if this is going to happen, but this is floating it out there, right? And we do know that that's the language. And it's interesting because they actually talked about XRP, believe it or not, inside the document. Because remember, XRP is the only coin with legal clarity, for sure. But this is the first time with the halving coming up. It's talking about more scarce than gold, because I heard somebody mention that the other day. And the ETFs, again, there's a bunch of stuff about ready to happen.
ladies and gentlemen, specifically It states from CNBC that a spot Bitcoin ETF is the largest pipe ever built between traditional financial markets and the crypto markets. Regulations. This Bitcoin ETF, an Ethereum ETF, maybe one day an XRP ETF, as well as a Ripple IPO, is making for the perfect storm for this market. And you better believe this is the best opportunity to still get in before it's too late. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress to you enough how important it is that you build and research and put your seeds in the right tokens now, because this is where we make the money. A lot of you just tuning in, you are absolutely lucky that you're not too late yet. And specifically, if you subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was approached back in 2013. I thought it was fake magic internet money, but boy, I was regretting it. But I think that in a couple years, everybody looks back from today, December the 7th, 2023, is going to be like, damn, I wish I would have got in.
At onlyfans.com/the Bearable Bull. In my most recent videos, I talk about a few gems that are still suppressed at low entries that haven't exploded yet, and a couple others that have done 200x returns already and count.
In full disclosure, I am not a member of the Bearable Bull's OnlyFans. Nothing against the Bull. I'm sure he's cool and I'm sure his information is great, but me personally, I'm not a member of that, just to let you know.
Guys, this is still your chance to get involved. And know that the bull market's not going to stop anytime soon. There will be retracements, pullbacks, and healthy corrections. But for the most part, 2024 is looking up.
Crypto reporter Mackenzie Sigalo's here to break down the action. Mackenzie, there's never a shortage of maybe reasons or excuses why Bitcoin does what it does: risk appetites, interest rates, the regulation, possible ETF. What do you see driving it right now?
Hey, good morning, Mike. So as you said, Bitcoin had been testing that $40,000 level the last few days, finally breached $42,000 earlier this morning, trading at more than 5% in the last 24 hours. Meantime, Ether, the second biggest cryptocurrency by market cap, is back above $2,200. So a couple of things are happening here. For one, the market, as you mentioned, is expecting to finally see a rate cut in the coming year after recent comments from Fed Chair Powell last week. But really the big thing on everyone's mind are the spot Bitcoin ETFs.
But again, I've seen the language, right? There's a lot of people that reported there's language in that ETF that says that they could come back if Bitcoin is deemed a security. They're going to come back. Now, I have no idea how they're going to magically pull that off. Right? They're going to go find Satoshi, which I think I heard Digital Asset Investor talk about how they know the 4 Satoshis. I don't know, but that's what I heard. But you just got to watch it. But anything's possible. They probably are just trying to cover their butts and put it in. Things are cooking, right? Things are cooking.
Traders are increasingly bullish that the SEC will approve one of those applications by the first quarter of 2024, potentially as early as mid-January. This would allow investors to buy into digital currency directly through the same mechanism that they already use to buy stocks and bond ETFs. So you've got top asset managers, including BlackRock, WisdomTree, and Invesco, that have filed applications with the SEC. And part of why this is so significant, Bernstein points out in a note today that the spot Bitcoin ETFs are really the largest pipe ever built between traditional financial markets.
Look, I've been in the financial markets for 25 years, okay? My securities license, 6, 63, 65, 7. This is a big deal, the exchange traded fund, because what it's going to do is it's going to allow the average person to get into crypto. The number one thing when I'm talking to family and friends and people about crypto, they're like, well, I don't know how to buy it or I don't trust it. This is going to allow them to go to their financial institution, their money managers who they trust, and say, you know what? Hey, give me $500 on Bitcoin, or let me put, $2,000 into Bitcoin. In the exchange traded fund, they have to be physically backed. So in order for these, BlackRock, Invesco to offer them, they have to physically own that Bitcoin. That is gigantic because this is what's going to make it explode. This is what happened to GLD. Gold, down, down, down because they introduced a futures product. They manipulated the price of gold. The ETFs came in and then bam, gold has never looked back. Think about what happened to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin was doing fine. the futures contract introduced, they manipulated it because they were like, well, we're not going to let this dumb money, right? The dumb money get ahead of us. They crashed it. This ETF's the kicker, baby. It's the kicker.
And crypto financial markets. They're expecting that 10% of Bitcoin in supply, or around $300 billion, will ultimately be managed by these ETFs by 2028. Meanwhile, crypto peg stocks also moving higher this morning. Digital asset exchange Coinbase up more than 6%, MicroStrategy more than 7%, and Bitcoin miner Marathon Digital up more than 9%. Also worth noting, Coinbase is that custody partner for a lot of these spot Bitcoin ETF applications. Their stock was up more than 60% in November, Mike. Back to you guys.
Now here, guys, the mainstream media continues to push the Bitcoin narrative. And this is why I've brought Waters Above Crypto to my channel. And he will be on tomorrow to explain exactly what's likely to happen with the Bitcoin chart and price. Because when the mainstream media...
So the amount of Bitcoin mined every year divided by the amount outstanding, same with gold. And now...
Like this is when you need to have your head on a swivel. CNBC discusses the Bitcoin halving and calls it, for the first time in history, an asset more scarce than gold. Whenever we get the Bitcoin gold comparisons, we see maximum FOMO and greed by retail. And while I am bullish on crypto, I also am very well aware of when they want us to be in and when they want us to be out.
So, question about the halving. I've heard it called the halvening or the halving, but either one. We're getting to that in April, I think, right? And that's been a bullish thing before. I sort of wonder, is it the same thing, though? Is that already getting priced in, or is there something technical that actually happens that would make it be priced in closer to the event?
So what we've seen historically is that the 12 to 16 months after a halving is the best performance of Bitcoin. So that's what everybody's thinking about. This time might be different because the price of Bitcoin's higher. We now only have, I think it's 900 Bitcoin a day that come out, so that gets cut in half. It's not a lot of Bitcoin, but what it does do is it makes Bitcoin more scarce than gold. So for the first time in history, you have an asset that is more scarce than gold.
In what way more scarce?
Let's call it a stock to flow ratio. So the amount of Bitcoin mined every year divided by the amount.
That's interesting.
Amount outstanding, same with gold. And now there'll be, quote unquote, less Bitcoin than gold mined on a relative basis.
Now, when they start making those gold Bitcoin comparisons, they're targeting the boomers, because you best believe BlackRock is dotting their I's, crossing their T's, the Fidelities of the world, the ARCs of the world, the Grayscales of the world. They will get an ETF passed. BlackRock filed an updated version of its spot ETF with the SEC. And I can almost guarantee you they will be approved. But I can almost guarantee you as well that there will likely be a delay. I think one will be passed in March, April. But right now there's a big Bitcoin maxi push to say it's going to be passed by January. While I'll be excited if that happens, I don't think it will. And after you see my video with Waters Above tomorrow, I think you'll all get a better understanding of why.
So I don't know. He might show some type of technical analysis, but it has nothing to do if it's going to get approved or not. Nothing. Nobody knows. Nobody. This ad, right?
Here, Warren Davidson in Congress is begging people to have to pass the SEC Stabilization Act to fire Gary Gensler.
Don't get me started on Gary Gensler. Oh my God. He is, you ever seen that character on The Simpsons, right? I think it's Burns. Tell me Gary Gensler doesn't look like that, right? Now, Fire Gary Gensler. Hashtag, I like that. Gary Gensler is an awful disgrace. He's a two-faced bastard, too, because if you know how he was at MIT, completely different. He was all about crypto, all about Ripple, all about XRP. And then he comes in as the chair, and what happens? He flips his narrative. Now he goes on this crusade to destroy crypto. That's interesting, but you know why, right? He's furthering his agenda. He's looking out for the incumbents, the big banks. He doesn't give a crap about you or me. That motto, the SEC to protect, be in the best interest of us, something like that, is they just shredded that. They don't care about us. All he cares about is his political agenda. Where is he going to be in the next step? First of all, he should be kicked out and thrown on the street. He's a chump. Fire that son of a bitch.
He reposted Ripple's General Counsel Stu Alderati's recent thread of the SEC's concerning patterns. Oh, the SEC is going to be held accountable, in my opinion. And Tom Emmer is going to be at the forefront. Ripple is going to be used as the example of the good actor in crypto. And every single one of you have front row seats to witness the narrative shift. It already started today with Brad Garlinghouse as the knight in the CoinDesk article. And why, oh why, does that look so familiar to certain things we've seen in this community for a long time?
Shit, dude. That's the first time I've ever seen that. This little character right here. Oh my God, that is funny.
I'm not insinuating anything. I just think it's very interesting. Now, guys, to cap off this video for today, I'll leave you with Tom Emmer letting us know about the SEC and the plans he has for.
This should be pretty good because I've heard this character before and he rips Gary Gensler. So I have no idea what this dude's going to say, but this probably be pretty good.
Giving them less power because of the lack of clarity in these markets. And I think with the SEC domino effect of losing regulatory jurisdiction, we're going to get more laws from Congress passed for this crypto space. And that's going to be one of the most exciting moments in this market.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thanks to our witnesses for joining us today. When Bill Hinman was the director of the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance, he gave a speech on June 14th, 2018, entitled Digital Transactions, When Howie Met Gary. In this speech, he famously discussed how tokens can morph from securities to non-securities, and he stated that Ether is not a security. Ms. Panik, you reviewed and commented on drafts of this speech, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
When reviewing a draft, you said that providing, quote, less detail in the speech was better because the concept of a token morphing from a security to a non-security was a new concept and would generate a lot of discussion. Do I have that correct?
I believe so.
So you thought the SEC should give less clarity to the market rather than more. I understand you thought the...
So that's about right. That lady, I don't even know her name, would rather give less clarity. No wonder we're in this mess. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with this chick? They intentionally did that, man. These chumps. Hate them.
Token morphing concept would generate a lot of discussion. But when the industry complains about a lack of clarity, I see it was a deliberate policy preference. Does the current SEC chair share that view?
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical product.
So I can't really testify about the current chair's view. What I can say is that the determination whether any particular asset is a security is a facts and circumstances based determination. And what I do as the director of FinHub with my staff is to provide the facts to the folks at the SEC who are making that determination. And it's typically going to be the Division of Corporation Finance.
Reclaiming my time, because that's a perfect segue. Has FinHub issued any guidance since Chair Gensler took office to clarify how the securities laws apply to crypto?
So as I mentioned, FinHub's role is really to be a subject matter expert. So
Reclaiming my time, ma'am. I'm asking a very specific question.
You know, just answer the damn question. Answer the damn question.
Has FinHub issued any guidance?
FinHub typically gets involved with other divisions and offices at the agency who are issuing statements.
Reclaiming my time. I take the answer as no, because it is no. It seems to be enforcement through rulemaking through enforcement action. In his speech, Hinman announced that Ether was not a security, is not a security. Is that your view today?
I can't comment on a particular asset.
Right. Well, just to back up for a second, you provided feedback on the speech.
Yeah, no comment on that. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
And so did Brett Redfern, who was then the director of the SEC's Division of Trading and Markets. Yet first the SEC argued in court that the speech was Hinman's own personal opinion. Then the SEC argued that the speech was the opinion of only the Division of Corporation Finance, which Hinman led. But why would people across the SEC, from FinHub to the Division of Trading and Markets, comment on a speech that has the views of only one person or only one division? That doesn't make any sense.
She's probably going to say she can't comment on that, right? Let's see.
I hope you can appreciate that I can't comment on pending matters that are in litigation or investigation.
Okay, fair enough. The Southern District of New York.
Yeah, I can't take any more of this, dude. I can't take any more. Unreal, dude. Wow, right? That's our Congress. What a fucking joke. All right, everybody. Hey, that's the Bearable Bull. Let me give the rating on that video. I give it at least 7, right? Good video. Highlighted some main points. The big takeaways for me are obviously XRP to the moon. No, I was kidding. The Bitcoin ETF, we got to be careful. There's language in there. I don't think it's going to, come back and bite everybody. I don't believe the SEC would want that much heat, but with those asshat pricks, we never know, right? Emmer, rip that lady. No comment, no comment. And I love the Brad Garlinghouse night. So, good video. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Do me a favor. If you found entertainment, if you found value, give me a thumbs up. Please, I appreciate it. What I'm trying to do is get this video spread out there, man. I love this stuff. And if you guys got any videos you want me to watch, send them to me. I love it. Hey, if you're into trading, you guys know I'm a trader. I've been trading for 16 years. If you are into that, then join me on this network. Tuesday and Thursday, I do day trading live. Like today, I day traded the S&P 500 futures. We do it live. So come hang out with me. Stop in. Let me know you came from the Ripple Effect. If you do, I'm going to send you something really cool. Also, for those of you that are into option trading, you want to learn. That's my specialty. Okay? I have a lot of playlists on this channel to get you rolling when it comes to options. You can make a lot of money if you know what you're doing. A lot of money. Also, I have a free course, completely free, for beginning option traders. All of that's in the description. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for joining me on the Ripple Effect. I'm Jeff Moore, saying if you want to have more, you got to think more. Peace.